they both put me at in a state of confusion. You know, I wasn't trying to insult these two individuals on separate occasions. One, you know, the car, I don't know if it was Kia Soul, but it was one of those cars that this female mentioned yesterday. That's the car I wouldn't want. And it brought me a memory of this individual. We were in a car I was driving, and it just so happens they just started manufacturing, and one drove past us. It was late at night, and he was this person was in a position to buy a new vehicle. He just didn't have it. So I said, "Oh, why don't you get something like that?" And he became angry at me, like it was a put down, you know. And later on, he would talk of he bought a specific Mitsubishi Eclipse manual, you know, sports car, and he wanted to put Lamborghini doors on the car, like it opens. I was like, all right, but it's a form of, you know, I don't know how I categorized them before, but it's a form of superficiality. You know, it's like, you know, you've got to have that. If you have the other one, the small car, you're like, you know, you're a lower sentient being. You're not accepted in society. Like, I'm ridiculing, I'm putting you down. And, you know, then he said, well, why don't you get it? I'm like, yeah, I would get it, but you know what? First of all, I would change the rims, not like flashy rims, little bulky tires, and I would change the automatic transmission to manual. You know, I wouldn't put too flashy, like maybe tints on windows, you know, but I would, you know, I would take pleasure in that. It's a small car, it's a little box car, and it probably doesn't get, you know, doesn't burn a lot of fuel to the gallon, so I would enjoy it, especially the manual transmission I replaced. I just didn't have the cash, the money for it, to invest in it. But also, and the other person was something about, you know, his friends being underage, and he was talking about fake IDs or something like that, but I don't remember correctly, but it wasn't a put down on the age. And he got aggressively angry as well. And, you know, my notion is, if I wanted to insult you, trust me, you would feel it. If I wanted to degrade you, insult you, would feel it. But then again, you know, if I think these people, you know, they think differently. So if I started ridiculing, they'd probably start laughing with me at themselves. You know, we're two different breeds, two different people. You know, I don't put down people based on their age. It's ridiculous. Like, I was 17, 18 once. You know, I couldn't get in a bar. I wasn't 21 to drink. It's not. I mean, you could make jokes out of that, but you know, I wouldn't take it to that route. And even with the car, you know, like, you don't have to have a muscle car to be respected, do you? But some people probably think that. Some probably think they're not 21 yet, so they're not getting respected. You know, that's your perception. That's your lifestyle. That's your mentality. I'm not like that. So I never understood them until I started thinking about what kind of people they were, and, you know, what they focused on, and not just what their perception was in life, but what their mentality and, you know, what they believed in life and how they lived their life. So now I understand why they would get insulted on that, you know. And then, you know, if you think about it, the Kia Soul, is it because of Kia? It wasn't that developed car back then. It's still running now, and people probably, you know, disregard it. What about, you know, the Mercedes-Benz, the box car? It's a little bit taller, but, you know, it's like, it strikes me as a little bit too tall. And, you know, let's say you do a turn, you might flip over. It's, you know, same like a Jeep Wrangler. The only Wrangler I really liked was the Rubicon. It was massive, you know, and it was stock lifted, but not the only. There's a lot of ones I like. That particular one stuck out at me. But, you know, what about what they call the G-Wagon? I mean, it's like, what, 100 grand and over? But is it because of the Mercedes? It's a luxury car. Do people really like it for the electronics or the body? I'm not saying the Kia Soul resembles it, but it is a box car. It just looks very lower. And it's also, you know, the driving capabilities and what you do with it, and the specifications in the car and the vehicle, you know, that I look for. So yeah, I never really understood those people fully and why they got aggravated, but now I really do.